What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Learn Japanese from Some Guy. In today's video, we're going to be looking at chapter 54 of my textbook, where we are going to learn about how to make decisions with koto ni suru. So this structure is very, very easy. All we have to do is append koto ni suru to the dictionary form or the nai form of our type 1, type 2, or type 3 verb to, effectively say to decide to verb or to decide not to verb. So as you can see, it's very, very, flexible because you can use it with your type 1, type 2, or type 3 verbs. It's all the same. And just to illustrate, we'll look at some examples. So here we have the dictionary form verbs, and we have just appended koto ni suru to the verb. So here we have suru, so we get suru koto ni suru. So to decide to do. We have taberu, taberu koto ni suru. To decide to eat. Kiku, kiku koto ni suru. So decide to ask. Aruku, aruku koto ni suru. Decide to walk. Nomu, nomu koto ni suru. To decide to drink. And hanasu, hanasu koto ni suru. So to decide to speak, to decide to talk. So that's it. Very, very simple. Just add koto ni suru to the dictionary form of the verb. Now we'll look at appending koto ni suru to the nai form of a verb. So here we have suru, again, the same verbs. So we have suru, and get shinai, shinai koto ni suru. So we have decide not to do. So we have taberu. And of course, the nai form of taberu is tabenai. So we have tabenai koto ni suru. Kiku, kikanai koto ni suru. Decide not to ask. Aruku, arukanai koto ni suru. Decide not to walk. Nomu, nomanai, nomanai koto ni suru. Decide not to drink. And hanasu, hanasanai, hanasanai koto ni suru. So maybe this using the nai form is a little bit more difficult, but if you've studied up to now, conjugating a verb, type 1, type 2, or type 3 to its nai form should not be difficult at all. And if you are not sure, how to conjugate nomu to the nai form or hanasu to the nai form, you can go back and review. I'll leave a link in the description for my chapter on that. But this is very basic Japanese right here. So if you're having trouble with this, maybe you need to go back and review a little bit. But anyway, now we're going to practice just to make sure we have it down. So over here in this column, we have the dictionary form of the verb kuru, iku, yameru, kao. So in the first column, I want everyone to write just the dictionary form with koto ni suru appended. And in this second column, the nai form with koto ni suru. Okay, so very, very easy. But remember, you can go to my homepage, learnjapanesefromsomeguy.com. You can print out this PDF so you have something to write on. As always, I encourage you guys to write in kanji, write in hiragana. It's very, very good for your Japanese. But anyway, here we have numbers 1 to 5. Pause the video, answer these. And here we have 6 to 10. So pause the video, answer these. And now we'll check. All right, so number 1, we have kuru. So we get kuru koto ni suru, to decide to come. Konai koto ni suru, decide not to come. We have kaeru, kaeru koto ni suru, and kaeranai koto ni suru, decide not to go home. Number 3, iku, iku koto ni suru, decide to go. Ikanai koto ni suru, decide not to go. Deru, deru koto ni suru, decide to leave or go out. Denai koto ni suru, decide not to leave. Number 5, kaku, kaku koto ni suru, and kakanai koto ni suru, decide not to write. Number 6, yameru, yameru koto ni suru, decide to quit. Yamenai koto ni suru, decide not to quit. Number 7, tobu, tobu koto ni suru, and tobanai koto ni suru, decide not to fly, decide to fly. Number 8, kao, kao koto ni suru, decide to buy. Kawanai koto ni suru, so decide not to buy. Number 9, shinu, shinu koto ni suru, decide to die. And shinanai koto ni suru, decide not to die. And osu, osu koto ni suru, osanai koto ni suru, decide to push, decide not to push. So, some people ask me, Jeremy, why do you include, the word shinu? That's not a very nice word. But this is the only, I think I mentioned this before, but shinu is the only verb in Chinese that ends with the nu character. So in order to practice, I have to include, this verb, shinu, shinanai. But anyway, that's just a little factoid for you guys to remember. But hopefully you were able to answer these. No problem. Again, if conjugating to the nai form for some of these is difficult for you, with the ku ending, the ru ending, or the type 2 verbs, or the su ending, you can go and review. Okay, it's very, very basic, fundamental point of speaking Japanese. But anyway, now we're going to look at using some of these verbs in some sample sentences. So they'll be underlined in purple, so they're easy to see. So here we have number 1. 日本語を勉強することにしました。日本語を勉強することにしました。So I decided to study Japanese. So we have 勉強することにする. So する is of course just a type 3 verb in its dictionary form. So we have することにしました. So the past tense. I decided to study. So we don't change する. We just change the last verb. 勉強することにする. 勉強することにしました. And we'll see this as we go through more example sentences. Number 2. 彼女は東京に引っ越すことにしました。彼女は東京に引っ越すことにしました。So she decided to move to Tokyo. Again, we have the past tense. Number 3. 雨が降っているので、タクシーで帰ることにします。雨が降っているので、タクシーで帰ることにします。So because it's raining, I'll go home by taxi. So here we have the mas form of する。帰ることにする。帰ることにします。Will decide to go home. Number 4. 彼はその車を買わないことにしました。彼はその車を買わないことにしました。So he decided not to buy the car. So here we have 買わない。買わないことにする。買わないことにしました。Decided not to buy. Number 5. うちのお兄ちゃんは大学に入学することにしました。うちのお兄ちゃんは大学に入学することにしました。So my brother decided to go to college. So here we have 入学. So this 入 means like comes from 入る, means to enter, to go in. And 学 is like a school or to study. So 入学 means to enter a school. 入学することにしました。Decided to go to college. 大学. Big school. 大学. College. Number 6. 今日はいい天気だから散歩することにします。今日はいい天気だから散歩することにします。So today's weather is nice. 今日はいい天気だから nice weather. 散歩することにします。So I'll take a walk. 散歩 to take a walk. Number 7. 今日は暑いから彼女がハイキングをしないことにした。今日は暑いから彼女がハイキングをしないことにした。So here we have the negative form しないことにした。And we have the casual past tense of する。So we could say ハイキングをしないことにしました。or しないことにした。The casual form, informal form. And number 8. このコートは安かったから買うことにしました。このコートは安かったから買うことにしました。So this coat was cheap, so I decided to buy it. 安かったから because it was cheap, 買うことにしました。I decided to buy it. And number 9. 彼のことが好きじゃないので、彼をパーティーに誘わないことにした。彼のことが好きじゃないので、彼をパーティーに誘わないことにした。So I don't like him, so I decided not to invite him to the party. 誘う is to invite, so we have 誘わない。誘わないことにする。誘わないことにした。And that's it. So now we'll look at some practice problems. And this time we're going to just do a little like unscrambling practice. So we have all the words we'll need in just a random order. So 辞める、仕事、私を、は、に、しました、and こと。And, oh, these are mixed up. But anyway, so now we have the English sentence. I decided to quit my job. So now we have to just unscramble the words and we get 私は仕事を辞めることにしました。So again, we're practicing ことにする。And translating a little bit. So 私は仕事を辞めることにしました。I decided to quit my job. So very, very straightforward. So here we have numbers 1 and 2. So unscramble these English sentences. I decided to watch TV. He decided not to buy the CD. 3 and 4. I decided to go to America. I decided to go home. 5 and 6. Because it's raining, I decided not to go. Number 6, this was cheap, so I decided to buy it. And the last one, number 7, she decided not to come. So that's it. Remember, you can go to my homepage, print out this PDF. But anyway, write down your answers, and now let's check. All right, so number 1, we have, I decided to watch TV. So we have, 私はテレビを見ることにしました。私はテレビを見ることにしました。 Number 2, he decided not to buy this CD. 彼はこの CD を買わないことにしました。彼はこの CD を買わないことにしました。Number 3, I decided to go to America. 私はアメリカに行くことにしました。私はアメリカに行くことにしました。I decided to go to America. Number 4, I decided to go home. 私は帰ることにした。私は帰ることにした。And there's a mistake here. There are 2 me's. There should only be 1. So I apologize for that. And I think, 私は帰ることにしました is probably better because we have watashi, the subject. If we said 帰ることにした, I decided to go home. That's more casual. That's okay. But if we have watashi, 私は帰ることにしました is probably better. Number 5, because it's raining, I decided not to go. 雨が降っているから行かないことにした。雨が降っているから行かないことにした。Number 6, this was cheap, so I decided to buy it. これは安かったから買わないことにした。That doesn't make sense. これは安かったから買うことにした。買わないことにした。買うことにした。買うことにした。買うことにした。There we go. That's better. これは安かったから買うことにした。That makes more sense. Number 7, she decided not to come. She decided not to come. 彼女は来ないことにしました。彼女が来ないことにしました。Whatever. 彼女が。It's all good. To be honest, I just translated these sentences without really looking here because it would take too long. So 彼女が来ないことにしました。And that's it. So hopefully you're able to answer those relatively easily. But before we finish, let's just look at what we learned in this chapter. Very, very short summary. We can appendことにする to the dictionary or the nai form of our type 1, type 2, or type 3 verbs to get to decide to do or decide not to do. Okay, and it's also very, very important to recognize that inことにする, suru is just a verb in its dictionary form and can be conjugated as a type 3 verb, which suru is. So we can say, しない、しなかった、しませんでした、すれば、したら, or whatever. We can conjugate it in conditional, negative past tense, mas form, whatever. But next time we'll look at chapter 55 and we're going to look at asking WH questions. So this is a very, very useful lesson too, or WH questions with demo. So 誰でも、何でも、いつでも、何でも, whatever. So you'll use these words all the time in daily conversation. So very, very useful for your casual Japanese. But so check that out next week. And in the meantime, thank you guys for watching. And as always, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, commenting. I really appreciate it. And remember, you can always find the link to my book on Amazon or at Amazon in the description below. So if you want to study ahead or just support the series, I always appreciate that. And so that's it. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Mata ne.